Okay, so today I wanted to try a walking video and I wanted to talk about habit and lifestyle change. So if you're planning on making significant changes to your lifestyle, it can be very overwhelming to know how and where to start. So that's why I wanted to talk about habits. What are habits and why do we develop them? Habits are automatic behaviours that serve us in some way or served us at one point in time. So we can engage in behaviours that are ultimately destructive, but they're still serving us in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just in the short term. So when approaching lifestyle change, it's very tempting to want to do everything at once, and that's what I call the kitchen sink approach. So we throw everything but the kitchen sink at the problem. So we have a tendency to do that, or a lot of people have a tendency to do that when it comes to lifestyle changes like nutrition and exercise. However, the all-in approach is unsustainable. A vast majority of people will fail when they take this all-in kitchen sink approach to habit change or lifestyle change. And that is because it relies predominantly on willpower and perhaps some fleeting motivation. And we only have limited amounts of willpower, which is exactly why we form habits in the first place, because they save us from having to think about the things that we need to do. So if the all-in approach doesn't work, then what should we be doing instead? When I work with clients, the way I approach it is we start with a few small things. And I really recommend that you choose somewhere between 1 to 3 things that you can make a change to easily and immediately. And I recommend that these behaviors be adding to or additional behaviors. So they're adding something to your lifestyle. There's something extra that you can add in. And the reason for that is trying to change behaviors through deprivation is usually not a winning formula. Again, because it relies on willpower and motivation, which we have a limited supply of. Here are some examples of things that you can add into your lifestyle, very small, easy things that you can start with. For example, when you wake up in the morning, within 15 minutes of waking, you're going to drink a bottle of water. So you could keep a bottle of water next to your bedside table. Another one could be, you know that you're not getting enough steps. So let's say, for example, you are getting 4,000 steps a day currently, and you want to bring that up to 10,000. Don't go out the following day and try and get 10,000 steps. Just add 1,000 to start. Every single day, just an additional 1,000 steps. So this could be a quick walk after dinner. Another one might be, and I've talked about this in another video actually, is increasing protein and tackling it. So you're only increasing it at one meal. You're not waking up one morning and saying, I'm going to get 150 grams of protein every single day from now on, when you've only been eating 70 on average. So that could be just tackling your protein at breakfast. I just want to make sure that I get 30 grams of protein with my breakfast. And you work on that. And you might have to work on it for 2 weeks. You might have to work on it for 6 weeks. You might have to work on it for 16 weeks. So however long that you have to work on it, keep going, because this is habit change for the long term. This is not a 12-week radical body transformation or anything like that. It doesn't matter if you need a lot of time to make these changes. So just practice these changes. Keep practicing them and don't add any new ones until the previous ones become automatic behaviors or habits. Now, this is in contrast to trying to change behaviors through deprivation. So a lot of the time, the approach that we take is, gosh, I need to lose some body fat. So I am going to cut out all sugar. I'm going to cut out all carbs. I'm going to stop eating bread. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol completely. You know, these kind of radical overnight changes that rely, again, on willpower. These kinds of habit changes I don't recommend. So for example, instead of saying, I'm going to cut all sugar out of my diet, what you could say is, I am going to increase my overall protein intake. And forget the sugar, because probably what will happen is once you start adding in good things, the old bad habits will start falling away. Your sugar cravings will decrease once you're eating more protein. Or you could say, instead of, I am going to quit alcohol cold turkey, you can set some guidelines. You can say, I normally drink wine on Friday nights. So what I'm going to do is eat my dinner, drink a big glass of sparkling mineral water, and after that, I will have a wine. And if I want another wine after that, I'm going to drink another glass of sparkling mineral water, and then I'm going to have my wine. So you're adding something in. You're saying, before I do this, I will have my dinner. Before I drink wine, I will have a glass of sparkling water. So it might initially seem kind of silly and pointless just to work on these little things when you're looking for some pretty radical change in your life, or you're looking for a really big transformation, and it's really tempting to want that as soon as possible, but it has to be sustainable. So if you need to work on small habits for weeks, for months, or even longer, then do it, because that will give you the best results, the sustainable results. If changing your behaviors is something that you're interested in doing, I recommend you start tomorrow. Don't say, oh, I'm going to start after summer is over, or I'm going to start next week. Wake up tomorrow, figure out 1 to 3 small things that you can make changes to, and do them. Write them down if you have to. Put them on a whiteboard, put reminders in your phone, and just do them. And don't make them difficult things. Make them really easy things. Set the bar low, and that's where you start. Okay, thank you very much for listening. I hope you found this interesting and informative. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, so the YouTube algorithm is good to me. I will be uploading content on a regular basis because I want to help you live a better, stronger, and healthier lifestyle. Thank you very much, and see you next video.